Secretary Perdue.
Thank you, Chairman Thune and Ranking Member Nelson and members of the committee. It's a pleasure to visit with you this morning. My colleagues have done a great job describing various aspects of that, and you all have done a great job in demonstrating your acknowledgement of the need and the opportunities that we have before us. And I think it's the goal of this administration to work with the Congress, the Senate, and the House in determining how we get that done. There's no dispute about the need for infrastructure for America and for job creation and for others, and it's up to all of us to deliver for the American people. I represent, as you all know, in the USDA, a rural constituency, and very dependent on infrastructure. I think America's advantage in the world logistics of a surplus in our export of agriculture, frankly, has a lot to do with the infrastructure that's been in place over a number of years. Both the roads, the rail, the waterways of this country have contributed to our ability to deliver farmer-produced, rancher-produced products to the world in a very competitive fashion. And it's very important that we continue to do that as well. Surface transportation is extremely important. Roads and bridges in rural areas where trucks cannot transport across ailing bridges contribute to a lack of productivity. Certainly the waterways that have contributed in draining the heartland of productive America have been very vital in doing that. Our locks and dams are years old, and there's data to say if some of these locks fail, several states and thousands of producers as well as billions of dollars of agricultural product could be impacted as well. So the surface transportation, the inland waterways are important as well, and our colleagues have done a great job describing those needs. You all have identified and also talked about, and I think there's a lot of energy about an area that I think is probably as transformative as any we've mentioned. You mentioned the interstate highway system of 1956. We actually go back with two other examples prior to that, 1934 with the Telephone Act, 1936 with the REA Act. America can do this, and we see what the electrification of America did, what the connectivity with our telephone system did, where we could talk among ourselves and communicate. Today, the internet, high-speed internet, is that interstate highway of the 21st century. And we need a ubiquitous interstate or high-speed internet system across this country, not only for the farmsteads and the rural towns, but the fields of America. When you look at the technology that existed in Illinois for precision agriculture, real productivity, an example, a real-world example is with high-speed internet, sub-inch technology of GPS and the satellites, we can get about a 20 bushel per acre increase with almost half the inputs. You talk about real productivity increase. There are products on the shelf today that manufacturers are waiting to deploy when we have the opportunity for a broadband, ubiquitous broadband activity. And frankly, this will only spur more as we get there. So I'm very pleased with the interest and the energy regarding ubiquitous broadband across America in that way. I do believe it's particularly transformative in that area. How do we pay for it? Obviously, that's we've got a recommendation and an opening opportunity in that, but that's really where we all come together. I love the spirit of this committee in a bipartisan fashion of understanding the need. How do we do it? Let's just get it done for the American people because it's needed in order for American producers and agriculture to remain competitive. This is a very important issue. So thank you for the opportunity to visit with you today.